Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Wherever I'm finding you today, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video of am I the a-hole, am I overreacting, stuff like that. Apologies for my voice, I am still ever so slightly ill, so it sounds like I've just woken up, but hopefully that'll just add to the ASMR reading. All of these stories come from Madame Charlotte Dobray's subreddit, which I highly recommend. So please check that out when you have the time if you'd like to. Anyway, I'm going to get into it now. The first story has the category Flair relationship woes. I believe this is just directly from a member of the subreddit. You will not understand this unless you are a part of the Charlotte Dobray fan club community. Hi, Queen of the Potatoes. Guess who that is? Long time admirer and first time poster, but it's finally time for my doozy of a story. Let's indulge, shall we? So all this starts about 5 years ago, when my then husband, 35, let's call him Dim, is it because he's dim, came to me and admitted he had a serious crush on a coworker we both had. Oh, it's a joint coworker too. I forgot to read the title. Can you tell that I'm not well? The title is My Ex-Husband Wanted an Open Marriage and It Backfired in His Face. We both worked at the same business. I was at first confused, angry, hurt, but then, when he said he couldn't shake the feeling, my doormat asked let him basically open our marriage so he could pursue them. The person he went after was a trans man and a sweet guy, but my husband had always ranted about how he was super straight and that me being bi was not really real. Oh, I'm assuming because you're a woman and all girls just like to kiki in the bathroom and kiss each other at the sleepover. That's a joke, by the way. Also, trans men are real men, so he would technically be dating a man. Like, the trans community do not claim that trans man who is getting involved in your marriage, they're also meddling, unless they weren't meddling and they waited until they were told. If they were interfering before the marriage was open, we don't claim them. If they weren't interfering and just waited for consent, then I feel bad for them and I feel bad for you. But still, yeah, going after a trans man, yeah, honey, you're bisexual. Bi erasure for OP, that's not on. You are just as bisexual as anybody, darling. I let myself suffer like an idiot, even letting him justify to me that we were sharing them. Though he had feelings, lost literally, and I had none, and was just getting along really, because you guessed it, doormat, after years of push and pull in our marriage. Okay, I want to know if you had any, even if you weren't attracted, if you went on a date or provided affection to the partner you're sharing, how would your husband have felt? That all changed when I met 32 NB. Let's call them Ashes. Ashes and I met in the drag scene. RuPaul, not Cars. Drag queen scene. And we instantly clicked. I became super close friends with them, and I decided I wanted to pursue them further. I checked with Dim, making sure to say this one would just be mine. He said sure, and we got closer. Ashes and my amazing drag community helped me realize I had been doing my whole of the work. Oh, your whole side of the work, and provided the whole side of the finances. So why was I staying? You know what? That is true. Why are you staying if you are doing the work and the chores and the house? My guy wants to have his cake and eat it too. They helped me start standing up for myself, and that's when he suddenly didn't want to be open anymore. He hadn't found any partner in a while and had grown jealous and spiteful towards myself and Ashes, going as far as to tell me to convince Ashes not to get a hysterectomy because what if they wanted kids later? None of their business. None of your husband's business. It's their body, their choice, the end. Literally, OP said, WTF. Literally, not my body, not my business. Again, same girl, that's what I'm saying. He also tried to invite himself along to Ashes and my meetups just to watch. Ew. That's nasty. That's gross. I don't want to ever invalidate anyone's gender, but based off of the fact that he just wants to watch, I'm assuming Ashes. Oh, wait, no, yeah, hysterectomy. Ashes is assigned female at birth. I completely grazed over the hysterectomy part. Okay, so Ashes is AFAB, but still they're non binary. No matter what, they're NB. No matter what they were assigned at birth, just clarifying. So I'm assuming your husband is the type of dude to want to watch because he doesn't see Ashes as NB. He only sees Ashes as female. I'm thinking that's why he wants to watch. The long story short, he tried to squeeze harder and harder to get me to leave Ashes, and finally I had had enough. There were other reasons as well, but I left him for Ashes, and I have happily been gay and married for 3 years far away from him and his unrealistic cheat but not cheat expectations. Okay, I'm very, very happy that you left him. I don't even need more context. This is just nice. I'm happy that you left him. I'm happy you're with Ashes. NBs deserve love. And yes, before anybody gets confused, they would still be gay because they're not dating an opposing gender. Like, yeah, someone who has the same assigned sex, but still, it does not invalidate Ashes as NB to say that they're in a gay marriage. Okay, moving on, and the category flag is Am I Overreacting? I think this might have been reposted, and the title, I'm going to remember to read it this time. Am I overreacting, or is my 27-year-old boyfriend a man-child? 27 years old, this man. Okay, I need to know how long they were dating because the first thing I read is I, 22 female, need to know if this relationship is just as bad as it feels in my head. How long have you been dating? You're in your 20s and so is he, but if you started dating when you were in your teens, he's like a 20-year-old dating a teenager. That's when it gets weird. A couple of weeks ago, my boyfriend, 27, underline that, he's 27, his frontal lobe has developed, and I almost broke up because he was being blatantly disrespectful and dismissive and just lazy. More interested in video games and his friends. Okay, it's okay to have your gamer moments, it's okay to have your friend moments, but once you get into a relationship, you have to learn to balance that, okay? Being in a relationship is working together, making a few sacrifices and compromises, so you're both balancing your work, the house, if you share a house, friends, commitments, all that stuff. You can't just keep it the way it was because then you're just neglecting your partner. Okay, you've got to learn balance. When I brought up how it made me feel, he would always say I did everything perfectly and I did nothing wrong. Eventually, he apologizes and we have one nice day. One nice day, and it's back to how it always. Okay, I know someone like this. An ex-housemate would always be prioritizing gaming with his friends, being with his friends, and just gaming in general. The only time he ever hung out with his partner was when she came over to the house and sat there to watch him. She didn't say a word. She just watched, and it was really awkward. I feel for this. I feel for this person. He still lives with it. I'm not going to judge because, cost of living, remember 27. He still lives with his parents and they basically run his life. We're going to Mexico soon and his mom texted me about packing his suitcase with her. She wants me to go help. I'm sorry, she wants me to help go through his clothes and plan his outfits. He is 27. I ignored the messages. I'm not interested in co-parenting my boyfriend. I'm gonna read that one more time. She wants me to help her go through his clothes and plan his outfits. Again, 27, living with parents. The least he could do if he's not working is the housework, and that includes his own fucking laundry. Also, the way I pronounce laundry sounds like lingerie. I do apologize. Another example. He got a ticket and was planning to fight it. His mum kept reminding him of the deadline, calling the courthouse on his behalf. He never showed up, missed the deadline, and needed to pay a huge fine. Yeah, those tickets are not cute. I'm pretty sure where I live anyway. If you get like, for example, a ticket for dodging tram fare, it's like £50 up front. If you can't pay it up front, it's £90. And every time you delay it, I think it goes up 50 or it doubles. I can't remember. Another small but consistent thing. This past weekend, I worked, he didn't. I reminded him over text to please make the bed and tidy the room. I came home rushed, went into my room, and the bed was a mess. His clothes on the floor. This happened multiple times. We don't live together, and this is my room. Every time his excuses, I forgot. And he says it's silly of me to be upset about it. It's not. I'm biased because I have OCD. The last thing you want to come home to after a stressful workday is mess. At the moment, it's winter. Imagine coming home from a really bad day. Like, it's currently snowing where I am as well, so imagine you're freezing. And all you want to do is order takeaway and jump into bed. And your bed is a tip. Not only is it messy, but it's full of stinky clothes, so you'll have to change the bed sheets. I had to explain to him that having my room in order helps my mind feel calm and organized. His response was that making the bed was stupid because he's going to sleep in it. It's not making it because you're going to sleep in it anyway. It's the principle, it's the routine. It's also for your mental health, giving your mind that something to look forward to at the end of the day. Giving your mind that stimulus in the morning, that one thing to do when you get up is very, very healthy because it triggers your brain to start, at least in my experience, and many, many, many other people's experiences. It's actually what's taught in the army. You wake up and make your bed. Oh no. His mum does all his laundry for him, and she also has cancer and won't be here forever. Oh, that's really. I'm so sorry. I love her dearly. She is a saint. Other than enabling him, maybe, maybe he's a stretch, but maybe he is not the nicest towards her. Like maybe she's doing it because she feels scared to disobey him. I've seen a lot of aggressive people who still live with their parents, and because their parents are fragile, they're, not the nicest in the worst sense of the term. But watching how he treats her has completely killed any sympathy I used to have for him. I used to excuse a lot because of his family situation, but seeing him take advantage of and disrespect his sick mother made something snap in me. Realistically, I know I'd just be the next person mothering him. Yeah, I think he might be either verbally or physically harming her. The last thing really sealed it for me. I'm very committed to a fitness lifestyle. Go off, queen. Gym 5 days a week. Strict nutrition, structured routine. You are a queen. I made a personal decision about my own body, and he completely freaked out. Acted like I was doing something insane. Does he not want a woman to be stronger than him? He says if I continue doing what I'm doing, he won't date me. He is consistently afraid of me putting on too much muscle. There it is. This isn't the only time he's commented on my bodily autonomy. He says if I get any more tattoos, he'd leave me, and not wanting me to get certain supplements. At the same time, he complains that I never want to eat out or do anything normal couples do. Maybe you don't want to eat out because this absolute freeloader doesn't have the money to contribute. Has he ever considered going to the gym with you? Like Dimji? Hold up. I mean, gym dates can be fun, okay? Gym dates can be a lot of fun. And then, you got all that adrenaline coursing through your veins, and then afterwards you can go to the shower together. You know what I'm saying? This dude's dumb. I need to know how this guy look. I've got a picture in my head. You are a goddess of a woman. In my opinion, like in my brain, my fanfic, you are tall, you are strong, you are powerful. Every step you take shakes the earth. And then he is slouched with a beer belly, a neck beard, and greasy hair. That's what my brain has strung together in this fanfic. Why are you a goddess of a woman with fucking Jabba the Hutt? Girl, this guy does not know what's good for him. I'm torn because I don't have many friends outside of him. Girl, I'm your friend now, and I'm gonna say leave him. Banana Bubbly Boo, I'm your bestie, and your bestie says leave. I'm not originally from this city. I moved in the midst of COVID, the worst time to move. Most of my friends are his. The idea of starting over again is scary. Here's a positive. If you go cold turkey, there'll be no strings attached to any of the friends of his that might try and get you back together, or might try and slide in, or might be creepy. I know it's scary, but if you go cold turkey, there's no regrets. Honestly, after writing this and reading over it, I don't even know why I'm asking if I'm crazy. I think this guy is just an asshole. I've stayed way longer than I should have, and that's okay. You can be blinded by attraction. I mean, my fanfic brain did nothing for that, but you can be manipulated. Like, look at the mother; she's been manipulated as well. Don't blame yourself. Plus, you've been up to your neck in work. It sounds like you've been busy juggling your gym lifestyle. Maybe your brain hasn't had the time to relax and see it for what it is. Or maybe you're a visual learner or a kinetic learner when people need to see it written down, like people need to see it like written out in front of them to learn and understand. I think kinetic is all of them. I think you need it written down to see it. That's the type of learner I am, and I think that's the type of learner you are. For a lot of people, writing it down helps, which is why a lot of therapists will tell you to make a journal. There is an edit. We do have a Mexico trip with his family that's coming up. I plan to end things after we get back. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, you get that trip. As long as you're not paying for it, you get that trip. I'm merely posting this to hold myself accountable so I can read this over, read your comments, and feel confident in my decision. I'll update when I get back. That was from like 12 hours ago. Hopefully next week, if it's only a week trip or whatever, there'll be an update. Hopefully there's good news on the way. And she's just thanking everybody for the love and support. Which, if she somehow stumbles I have brain fog. If she somehow stumbles upon my tiny little channel, Banana Bubbly Boo, I hope you use this trip to your advantage and break up with him. This trip is for you to be your true, authentic, drop dead gorgeous goddess self. Strut down the beach, make everyone look at you, make him realize that everyone's looking at you. Like, don't do anything with that information. Just make him realize that everyone's got eyes on you. And then when you come back, leave. That's it. Just make him jealous by being yourself. Because again, in my brain, you are a tall goddess of a woman. You're like Lady Demetresque, and I can't think of anyone else right now. So, Lady Demetresque, you get your holiday. Hopefully, all expenses paid by them. Hopefully, the mother is okay as well. Keep in contact with mother. Make sure she's okay, because it sounds like she's struggling. But keep in contact. Cut him off. Cut his friends off. But stay there for the mum, and maybe you'll be in her will, and he won't. It's not. It's not the only thing to look forward to, but be there for her. That's Don't be there just for the will. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. My throat is so sore. Apologies for my voice going up and down in pitch throughout the video. Hopefully my soothing and dulcet tones have made your day a little bit better. And I shall see you in the next video. Mwah.